Hello everyone, my name is Xiao. Today we are going to talk about something really interesting, how people learn best and how technology can help. This is based on a concept called the rule of proximal development, developed by a psychologist named Levi Vygotsky. First, we must know who was Levi Vygotsky. Vygotsky was a Soviet psychologist in the early 20th century. He studied how people learn and found that learning happens best when we interact with others. Unlike Piaget, who said children can only learn after they develop sensory abilities, Vygotsky believed that learning itself helps us develop abilities. This idea is very important for teachers, students, and anyone using technology to learn new things. And we must know what will we learn today. First, we need to know what ZPD means in simple terms and why it is important for learning, and how technology and digital tools support learning using ZPD. And Vygotsky proposed that learners' development consists of three levels. Levels 1, actual development level. It means what you can do on your own. This is what you already know and can do without any help. It represents your current skills level since you have mastered through past learning. Example, a children who can already solve simple addition problems like 2 and 2 seamless 4 without any help. A beginner guitarist who can play basic chords on their own. Or someone who can introduce themselves in a new language without thinking too much. And level 2, though of proximal development, what you can do with help. This is where the magic happens. It's the learning zoo. It includes texts that are just beyond your reach, but that you can accomplish with the right guess from a teacher, mentor, or even a more skilled peer. This is where scaffolding comes in. The idea is that with people help, you can do things you wouldn't be able to do alone. Over time, as you practice and improve, these texts move into your actual developed level. And level 3, potential development level, is mean what you will be able to do in the future. This is the next step in your learning journey. Is what you will be able to do on your own after through practice and experience. Think of it as the goal you are working towards. Right now, you might need help, but eventually, this text will become part of your actual development level, and you will be ready for even more advanced challenges. Example, children who needed help with multiplication now solves problems independently. A language learner who used to rely on a tutor now holds a natural conversation without assistance. Okay, let me say, what is the rule of proximal development? Let's break this down with an easy to understand example. Imagine you are learning how to read a book. If you can already read alone, you don't need help. This is called your article development level. It means what you can do independently. If someone asks you to do bike tricks like a professional BMX rider, that's too hard. You can't do it even with help. so it's beyond your ZPD. And but if you are just learning to balance and pedal, and someone helps us, that's your ZPD. Something you can do alone, but can do with help. In this part, we need to know first, ZPD is the learning zoo. It's the gap between what you can do alone and what you can do with help. And second, you learn best when you are challenged just the right amount. If it's too easy, it's boring. And if it's too hard, you might give up. And you need guidance to move from with help to independent learning. Okay, and we need to know who helps in the ZPD. More knowledge others. We can say MKO. First, we need to know what is MKO. MKO is a more knowledge others. It's someone or something that helps a learner move forward. We can take some example of MKO, such as teachers and tutors explain a subject. And it also can be present helping children learn to read, or friends or classmates showing knowledge. MKO also can be online tools and AI tools, guiding learners through steps. And we need to know how does an MKO help? First, they guide and give feedback. And second, they help break down complex problems into similar steps. And at least, they give encouragement and motivation. Now, let's talk about how teach knowledge can also act as an MKO. Now, we understand what is ZPD. ZPD is funding the learning sweet spot. ZPD refers to the gap between what a learner can do alone and what they can achieve with guidance. Learning is most effective when students are challenged just beyond their current abilities, but still within reach with the right support. So, let's talk about succeeding. Succeeding is the helping hand that supports learners in their ZPD until they can do tasks independently. It can come from teachers, peers, or even tutors. Over time, this support is gradually removed as learners build confidence and skills. I can take three examples, such as a teacher breaking down a problem step by step before letting students try, or a language app highlighting errors and suggestion correction will a student rest, or a math tutor often has but not giving direct answers. So I think succeeding ensures that learners don't get stuck and can progress at a comfortable pace. Okay, and I think we need to talk about digital learning. I think digital learning is the role of technology in ZPD and scaffolding. With advancements in digital learning, technology now plays a hard role in providing scaffolding within ZPD. Instead of rely only on human instructors, AI drive platforms app and Interactive tours can offer personal learning experience. Maybe you will want to know how digital learning supports ZPD and scaffolding. I think adaptive learning systems, platforms like Duolingo and Coursera adjust difficult levels based on the learner's performance, ensure they always work within their ZPD. Instant feedback enhance AI-based tools like Grammarly of writing or Footmice of solve in questions give real-time suggestions acting as scaffolding, interactive, and gamified learning. Apps use quizzes, simulations, and programs tweaking to keep learners encouraged while staying within their ZPD. Or collaboration and peer learning, such as online forums, virtual study groups, and discussion boards, enable learners to get guidance from peers, similar to traditional scaffolding. Digital tools act as an always available mentor, providing just the right amount of help at the right time. In the final, I think we can talk about how can connect with ZPD and succeeding and digital learning. I think ZPD defines where learning happens. It means the just right level of challenge, and succeeding provides the needed support. It is means temporary guidance until learners master skills, and digital learning offers modern scaffolding. It means many teach knowledge maybe become succeeding, such as AI, interactive tools, and adaptive systems personally the experience. Okay, let me say why is ZPD important in learning? There are 4 points. This is one. It helps students learn at the right level. If learning is too easy, students feel bored. If it's too hard, they feel frustrated. ZPD helps us student teachers and learners find that sweet spot where learning is challenging but not overwhelming. Example, if a student already knows how to do basic math, just repeating easy problems won't help them. But if they try challenge level problem immediately, it's too much. And the teacher introduces problems that are just a bit harder than what the student knows and gives step-by-step guidance. And two, it encourages active learning. Instead of just listening to teachers, students work with others and figure things out step by step. This makes learning more encouraging and effective. And three, it supports personal learning. Every student learns at a different pace. Teachers can adjust lessons to fit each student's level, helping them move from hyper-need to independent learning. And four, scaffolding makes learning more effective. Scaffolding means giving support at the start, but removing it as students improve. Think about training wheels on a bike. At first, you need them, but over time, you can read without them. Okay, in this part, we want to talk about ZPD in traditional learning vs digital learning to you. ZPD in traditional learning, we can such as teacher concept or fixed lesson plans for all students, limited support outside class time, and ZPD in digital learning. We can such as adaptive AI tools adjust the difficulty based on student progress, or more flexible. Students can learn anytime, anywhere. Maybe it also can is instant feedback. Mistakes are corrected immediately. So I think technology allows every student to get personally support, making learning more effective. So I think ZPD in many traditional learning, also in many digital learning. So how digital tools support ZPD? I think therefore tools support ZPD, such as adaptive learning system, apps like Kehan Academy adjust the level of difficulty based on what the student can do. This is a interesting app. And two, real-time feedback. I think AI chatbots or learning platforms give immediately corrections instead of waiting for a teacher's response. And three, online calibration. Discussion forums and peer-to-peer learning platforms help students learn from each other. And four, scaffolding in digitals. I think many apps provide hints before show the correct answer, just like a teacher guiding a student. And now, I want to introduce a case study, Duolingo and ZPD. Duolingo is a famous app in study language, and many students use it. But you may don't know where is ZPD used in Duolingo. Let me talk about you. First, how does Duolingo apply ZPD? Actors apport to your level. If you answer correctly, the question becomes harder. And in other side, hints and step-by-step help keep learners in their ZPD. And three, gamification keeps students encouraged. They stay in their learning zone without physical action. And in this section, I will be talking about how the rule of proximal development applies to digital learning. As we know, ZPD is the idea that learners grow best when they are challenged just beyond their current abilities but receive the right support to success. In digital education, various platforms provide this kind of support through structured, interactive, and adaptive learning experience. This slide showcases four key examples of how digital learning platforms apply ZPD. Let's go through each one. The example one is Classroom. Google Classroom allows teachers to assign progressively more difficult tasks, ensures that students work within their ZPD, and teachers can give feedback, provide resources, and offer hints with servers as scaffolding to help students complete assessment successfully. And example 2 is Kehan Academy. This platform is well known for adaptive learning. It gives personalized hints and expressions based on student programs. If a student struggles with a problem, they receive step-by-step guidance until they can solve similar problems independently. And example 3 is Coursera and edX. These platforms offer self-paced learning, allowing students to move at their own speed while staying within their ZPD. They also provide instructor-led discussion forums where students can ask questions and get peers or mentor support, which act as scaffolding. And example 4 is YouTube. YouTube is a great example of informal digital learning. Many educational videos follow a step-by-step format, guiding learners from basic to more advanced concepts. A clear example of ZPD in action. So I want talk. These digital learning platforms actively use ZPD by grandly, encouraging difficulty, offering personalized help, and providing community support, whether through cases, adaptive hands, forms, or video lessons. Each must ensure that learners stay encouraged and challenged while receiving the necessary guidance. Now that we have discussed the benefits of ZPD and digital learning, let's take a step back and consider some of the challenges and concerns that come with it. While teach knowledge offers great opportunities, we also need to think critically about how to use it effectively. This slide presents four important challenges that educators, students, and policy makers need to consider when integrating digital learning tools. Let's go through them one by one. First challenge is over-reliance on AI tutors. AI-based learning platforms are becoming more advanced, but can they fully replace human mentors? Will AI offers feedback and adaptive learning? It lacks emotionally intelligence, cre- creatively, and deep contextual understanding that human teachers provide. A key concern is if students rely too much on AI-driven instruction, will they miss out of critical thinking, discussion, and human interaction? This question have solution? I think AI should be support tool, not a complete replacement for teachers. Challenge 2 is digital divide. This challenge means not all students have equal access to teach knowledge, high-speed internet, or high-quality digital learning materials. So it may mean some learners struggle to participate in digital education, creating gaps in learning opportunities. So, how do we ensure equitable access? School and governments should work to provide affordable, or free access to digital resources, and teachers should offer alternative learning formats for students who face teach barriers. And challenge three is balancing acceptance with independence. This challenge is means how much help is too much. Scaffolding is essential in ZPD, but too much support can make students dependent on teach knowledge rather than fostering real problem-solving skills. Digital learning environments should be designed to gradually reduce assistance, ensuring students build autonomy and confidence in their abilities. And challenge four is ensuring contact quality. This challenge means it's all online learning contact are current and unbased. Unlike traditional textbooks, anyone can create and publish online educational content, learning to concerns about misinformation and base steps to ensure quality. First, using using varied in educational platforms like Khan Academic or Coursera. Independent fact-checking and peer reviews in digital learning materials, or teaching students media literacy skills to currently evaluate online content. So I think digital learning is powerful, but we must carefully consider how we use it. And AI should support, not replace teachers. Access to teach knowledge must be fair. Learning should balance guidance with independence, and the context must be trustworthy. Final thought. By addressing these challenges, we can make digital education more effective, inclusive, and high quality for everyone. This slide explores three major areas that will shape digital learning: emerging trends, potential advancements, and ethical considerations. First, emerging trends: AI and virtual reality in education. AI-powered learning assistants and virtual reality experiences are transforming education by offering personalized and immersive learning. AI tools can analyze student programs, provide instant feedback, and adapt learning materials to fit each student's ZPD. Virtual reality allows students to interact with digital environments, making learning more encouraging and experimental. And second, potential advancements, personalization, and immersive learning. Future digital learning environments will be more personalized and interactive, ensure each learner stays within their optimal ZPD. Adaptive learning will guide students in real time, adjusting text based on their programs. And gamification and simulations will make learning more encouraging and effective. And third consideration: AI and automation in education. AI should support, not replace, human teachers. And circle concerns include data progress based in AI and student autonomy. We must ensure responsible and fair AI use in education. So I think the future of ZPD in digital learning technology is reshaping education, but it must be used thoughtfully. AI and VR offer new ways to scaffold learning, keeping students encouraged in their ZPD. Let's take a moment to review the key insights and final thoughts from our teaching. Key insights: the role of ZPD in digital learning. ZPD is a core concept in learning. Its importance of guided support and scaffolding to help learners reach their full potential. Digital environments play a crucial role in supporting learning within the ZPD, offering tools like AI tutors, interactive platforms, and adaptive learning systems. Whether through structured learning apps, virtual reality, or online collaboration, teach knowledge provides learners with personalized experience that enhance their education journey. And some final thought. The balance between human and digital mediators. Moving forward, finding the right balance between human methods and digital tools is essential. And more knowledge others, whether teachers, peers, or AI based on systems, should enhance learning rather than replace traditional education methods. The future of education will be shaped by how effectively we integrate teach knowledge with human guidance to create encouraging, personalized, and accessible learning experience. So digital tools are powerful, but they work best when combined with human interaction, guidance, and critical thinking skills. Thank you all for your attention throughout this presentation. Now let's open up the floor of discussion and reflections. This is a good chance for us to share insights and experience related to the zoo of proximal development and digital learning. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.